Howdy partners, welcome back to the channel. Now, in today's video, I didn't want to talk about this fucker again, I'm sorry. We're talking about Silento! Yes, Silento, not Silento as I was previously saying in the other video, which, thank you everybody, you fucking assholes, for correcting me on that. So we're talking about Silento again today, and as you can fucking tell from the title of the video, it's a little bit worse than breaking into somebody's house with a hatchet. Basically, I'm just gonna read this shit off, and then we'll go from there. Silento was arrested for the murder of his cousin, 34-year-old Frederick Rooks, who was killed on January 21st, 2 days prior to the rapper's 23rd birthday, which was on January 23rd. The police department confirmed via Twitter that Rooks is Silento's cousin. The DeKalb County Police Department investigated Rooks' death after he was found shot on Deep Shoals Circle. Hawk, aka Silento, that's his last name, is in the DeKalb County Jail charged with murder. Shortly after the murder took place in January, authorities responded to a call of a person shot at the intersection of Deep Shoals Circle and Corner Zing around 3:30 a.m. where Rooks was pronounced dead at the scene. The incident report says that the deceased man sustained gunshot wounds to the face and leg and was bleeding severely. There were also at least 8 shell casings recovered at the scene near where Rooks was laying in the roadway. While one officer searched for Rooks' license, presumably to identify him, another one felt for a pulse, to which the officer said that he felt a possible faint pulse. After EMS and the fire department arrived on scene, it was determined that Rooks had succumbed to his injury. The call to law enforcement was made by a third party who received a call from their daughter. Silento was booked in the DeKalb County Jail at 6:35 p.m. February 1st for felony murder. As of press time, bail does not appear to have been offered. Now, Silento's publicist has released a statement following the rapper's arrest for murdering his cousin, said, "Please send my client Silento some positive vibrations," her statement began. Over the past several years, Ricky, aka Silento, has been suffering immensely from a series of mental health illnesses. We will continue in his efforts of treatment, but we ask in the meantime the public uplifts him and his family in immediate prayers and positive energy. That is not how this works, okay? His publicist added, "Ricky is a beautiful soul, and we hope that the same people who came up whipping and nae-naeing with him continue to support him and lift it in prayer." Now, there's a couple things wrong with this, as you can fucking tell. Number one, he murdered his fucking cousin. Now listen, I don't know Silento. Personally, I don't really want to know Silento either. It's just not within my best interest. But for the fact that I know that this man started out as a one-hit wonder and he made Watch Me Whip, Watch Me Nae Nae, and then fucking years later in 2020, this man decides to break into some random family's house, which he thought was his girlfriend's, with a fucking hatchet. That was just really random and made no sense. He started tweeting out on Twitter about how people are quote-unquote preying on his downfall and all this bullshit. And now for some reason he just decides to kill his cousin out of the blue. I don't know anything about this. Nobody knows anything about this. Nobody knows why Silento just decided to say, "Hey, fuck it, let's murder my cousin." Nobody knows the reason why he did it yet, but all we know is that he fucking murked his cousin 2 days before his birthday. So that's fucking random. But in addition to that, his fucking publicist tried to come out and say some bullshit excuse like he has a series of mental health illnesses. It was just like those fucking idiots that stabbed that poor security guard in a previous video that I made, or they both had mental health issues that they were struggling with that somehow justify stabbing a security guard 27 times in the chest and arms. But it's like the same fucking thing. It's like, just because you have mental health illnesses doesn't somehow give you a fucking get out of jail free card when it comes to murdering people. He murdered his fucking cousin, my guy, and it's just so random that he did this shit. Like, there was no fucking reason in my mind why anybody should ever use the whole, "Oh, he has this mental health issue, this mental disability, whatever," to justify it. It just doesn't make any fucking sense. It doesn't make you look better. I'm sorry, like, if anybody genuinely thought that that would make you look better or make you somehow look less like an asshole or a murderer or a fucking weirdo, I'm gonna let you know on a real note, it doesn't. It really fucking doesn't. But I just don't understand how he came to this conclusion. I don't know what Silento's thinking. I don't hang out with him. I don't follow the dude on any social medias, so I don't fucking know. All I know is that this dude went from whipping a Nae Nae to breaking into people's houses and now to murdering his own fucking cousin. So if that doesn't explain that there is a pattern of issues lying underneath, then I don't know what does. All I know is that for the time being, this motherfucker is locked in prison. Now, in case nobody fucking knew, he actually had a bench warrant out for his arrest because that $105,000 bail that he had, where he broke into the random family's home or whatever, yeah, he didn't pay that shit at all. He didn't pay a fucking cent. He didn't pay a dime. He didn't pay a fucking dollar of that shit. He literally just got out of jail and said, fuck it. But at this point, I wouldn't say that he's a gangster or some fucking hard-ass rapper or some bullshit. I think he's just a fucking weirdo. Like, in all honesty, like, you cannot become a one-hit wonder and then years later do some illegal shit to make you look good or threatening, because now you just look like a fucking clown. Because now you got arrested twice, you couldn't even pay your own fucking bail for the last shit you did, you had a warrant out for your arrest, so you said, fuck it, let's spice things up a bit, so I'll go back to jail, but instead, I'm gonna go back to jail for forever because I fucking murdered my own cousin. Like, what is, I don't, you can't just kill someone because you disagreed with them. That's not how things work. Then again, I don't know what this shit was about. It could have been, like I said, for a million different things, so I'm just gonna shut my mouth on the topic for now, because when that whole, oh, Silento's nudes dropped or whatever came out, that wasn't even him. It was just some male porn star that actually looked like him, and I actually had to take my video down. I had no fucking clue that it was some male porn star's nudes. So anyways, that's gonna be it for today. I genuinely don't understand what the fuck's going on with Mr. Whippin' Nae Nae here, but hopefully we end up getting to the bottom of this. If I have to make another video on him, I will, but I really don't fucking want to. But that's gonna be all. Thank you for watching to the end of the video. Leave a thumbs up if you liked it. Leave a thumbs down if you didn't. I got all my socials down in the description below. I will see you partners in the next one. See you.
Just like a gander, sit on a pander. Look at your life, look at the lens, look at the camera, look at the lines, look at the edge, look at the fights, look at the meds, look at the tats, look at them dead. I do not socialize, did this instead. Cross wave in my cross space, blessing off weight. I died in my own mind just to get away. I try just to get by, cause I'm filled with